Mr. Tito Jackson. Thank you very much.
Let's give it up again for Eric Swartz, a very good friend of mine. When Eric asks you to do something, it's kind of like, I don't know if any of you have ever been pulled over and the police say, would you please step outside the vehicle? It's actually, it's phrased as a question. And Eric had the good sense to get my cousin, Lisa Jackson. No, okay. That's she's not really my cousin though, but it's just a no. But an amazing and dynamic duo of people who, instead of restating problems, we have a lot of people who do that, who actually see problems and use innovation and entrepreneurship to take us to the next level. So let's give it up for the dynamic duo over there. So UNH is in the house. And Clark is in the house too, right? Okay, we got Worcester represent, okay. So a little bit about my UNH experience. UNH was actually not my first choice. I went to Brookline High School, so I went to a really diverse school. I graduated with people from 65 different countries and a class of 450. It was really cool. And I wanted to go to a historically black college. I wanted to go to Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, and I wanted to go there because Martin Luther King went there. And Martin Luther King was 15 years old when he went to college. So I was 18, so I felt like I was 3 years behind. I was like, I need to get there. I need to make it happen. So the cool thing about getting into college is you get these two documents, one that you're pretty happy about, which is the acceptance letter, and the other you may or may not be happy about, which is called the financial aid package. So good old Morehouse sent me a $1,500 financial aid package, and I'm one of 7. I was adopted from Boston Medical Center. 4 of us are adopted. That wasn't going to happen, right? $30,000 school, $1,500 financial aid package was not going to happen. So at the same time, I had applied to a school that's not quite a historically black college. Just not a little, just a little, whoa. So I got there. So my mom and dad brought me to school. Sadly, my mom thought I was going to camp, so she wrote my name on every article of clothing. Right? We packed everything in, come downstairs. I lived in Area 1. I lived in Lord Hall. That's what's up. Yeah, okay, cool. Right? We got UNH people in the house. And so I come downstairs. It's an all-male dorm at that point, and my mom embarrasses me one more time before she leaves. We all know you have a little granola bar, you had a little something on the side of your mouth. In front of all the guys who were there that you just met, my mom licked my face in front of everybody, right? So, okay. So, long story short, we used to have everyone, all 3,000 first-year students, go to the field house. So, when you're in college, because you kind of cool, you walk cool, everyone's nervous, but you're just trying to be cool. And so I got to the field house, and I was talking to a buddy, and I turned around and I walked in, and I didn't see any other black people. You were there? You were there too? Okay, cool. That's cool. We were just on other sides of the field house. That's all good. We didn't see each other. I didn't have my glasses that day. Yes, exactly, right? So, right, there was this sinking feeling that happened when I walked in. I had signed up to go to a school that had 54 black students out of 12,000. 54. And my message to you, this first graduating class, is that the cavalry is not coming. All of the leaders, all of the doers, all of the activists that we need are in this room right now. There's not going to be people, and actually it's messed up. I was going to say there's not going to be people who come over the hill on horses, but it is New Hampshire, so that could happen. That could happen. Probably not in Worcester, but it could happen in New Hampshire. We have equine science as a major, so That could happen, but in this story, the cavalry is actually not coming. What we decided to do is to form an organization that was going to meet the need of the time. So we formed this organization. I have to say it really loud. We formed the Black Student Union. I had to say it loud because there's only 7 of us. So 7 people, there's 14 here. You guys have double the number of people we had. But 7 young people without quote unquote adults actually changed that school. So we got together and we put together a list of demands, and we said we wanted active recruitment of non-athlete students of color. We wanted active recruitment of women of color because it was a 3-to-1 ratio, and I made that one on the list too. But we wanted a pre-orientation for students of color because what we found is kind of like throwing a fish into a tank. The stresses actually made people in that first or second semester leave. And we wanted, that program's now called the Connect program. We wanted to have an Office of Multicultural Student Affairs. All of that said, again, we had 54 black kids, less than 100 students of color, and I'm told now that there's over 400 students of color. No, it's not? In total, right? Okay. At the school. So what I would say is this. You have Sean McGee, you have individuals who literally did not exist when we got there. And there was a small group of students who actually led that effort. We need you in Boston. We need you in the state of Massachusetts. But because of what happened on November 9th, even more today, we need you as leaders in the United States of America. We absolutely need you to step up, to do what these folks are doing, right? Not just sit and let it go and let things happen to us, but actually be the change agents that are out there. And I guess the only other 2 pieces I would say to you is one, a quick story about where we're at. It is still a very hopeful time. And this is about a year ago, I was going to get my hair cut, which I love y'all, this is where I would be right now. And I ran into a young man getting his hair cut, and a really big day for him because he didn't have to sit in the upper seat that day. So it was like a really big day for this young man. It was my friend's son, and his name is Emmanuel. And so we were talking, and after he got his hair cut, they needed a ride. And so I said, okay, cool, I'll give you all a ride. And we were walking to the car, and he stopped. And I was dressed like this, and he said, Mr. Jackson. I said, bro, we gotta go, because I'm in a rush. He said, you look like the president. And I said, Emmanuel, I'm 270. I look like I ate the president. What are you talking about? And so we got in the car. I gave him a ride, and went to my 2 meetings, and then I pulled up in my driveway. I thought, what a day and age that we live in, right? That a 9-year-old Puerto Rican boy sees a black man in a suit and sees the president. And it's not significant that he actually saw me as the president, but if he can look at me and see the president, then that means he can look at himself and see the president. What a day and age that we live in, even though that's going to be changing a little bit, but it's all good. But it gives us amazing opportunity to do amazing things. And finally, I would just simply say to you, when it's all said and done, all of us, because one other secret in life, we don't make it out of here alive, that we all get a headstone. And on the headstone are 3 significant things. One is your name, one is the date you got here, your birthday, and one is the date that you leave. The only thing on the headstone that represents your life is the dash. And that dash is a question mark. What did you do? Who did you help? What's new, different, or better from your life and time? And I would submit to you, your time at College for Social Innovation will be an indelible mark on the dash of your life. But I would also submit to you, looking at this amazing group of young leaders, that you will make an indelible mark on many lives into the future. Go forward, kick butt. You don't even need to take names because y'all have Facebook, it's all good. But do amazing, amazing things. And I leave you in the words of a pretty famous Bostonian, Frederick Douglass. And he said, "We are one, our cause is one, and we must work together if we are to succeed." Make it happen. Thank you.